Disneyland. Lingerie. Clown. Fight Club.
I mean, at least 44, like, it looks cooler than a 43.
It does.
Yeah.
3 is kind of a weird looking number.
Yeah.
And it's Julio Rodriguez's number. So.
I knew you were going to have something on that. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian.
We haven't done this in a long time.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I'm Joe.
Oh, and I'm Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's opposite day.
We've already fucked it. That's fine.
I thought you were going to press the and button.
I was going to.
You leaned in, then you didn't do
I
it.
got scared. I didn't know if the music bed was going to be still going when it came to edit
You went
time.
to do it, and then I didn't hear. I'm like, is that not working?
No, it's broken. I'm really excited for today's show.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. I'm
getting
very
there.
excited. I
Getting
need to. There's a lot going on, man. I'm just happy to be here with you, Bry Guy.
I can tell by your pants how happy you are.
It's that you. Oh shit! You can see it from there. That's pretty cool.
You move the arcade table a little bit. With your horse cock.
Just got closer to you. You're like, whoa.
It just inched over. Like, what the hell happened?
Fucking David Blaine over there.
If David Blaine had a big cock.
Yeah, he might. That's something I never thought about.
How
Think
big?
about
Like he has a penis?
Yeah, all magicians. I mean, if you're really magic, you would all have giant dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how everybody people just have a penis.
Yeah.
Like you don't really think about it. You're just walking down the road like that guy's got a dick.
That guy's got a dick and it's bouncing around right now.
Yeah.
It's all squished together like a packaged chicken thigh. So always bonus content on the end of every single episode. And
Boner content?
Yep. And you can access that by signing up and supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/canyoudon'tpodcast. Link in the episode description. Send stuff in. Whatever you want to see on the show. Hey guys at canyoudon'tpodcast.com.
Now we have been, Joe.
I know. This last week was it was just one of those. It took off. A lot of people had a lot of things to say.
Yep.
And
we said a lot of stupid shit that people had to correct us on. That's usually what happened.
Fired them up.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't.
God, idiots.
I thought you were dumb.
Yeah. But
Now,
you just proved it.
You proved that I'm kind of worried.
Yeah.
Like,
we have it documented that you're a fucking moron.
Right. So we do have some things to update from past episodes. Do you want to take the first one or do you want me to take the first one?
I'll take the first one.
Take it away.
Okay. This one is from Hannah.
Okay, Hannah.
And she's responding to the tampon.
Yeah.
The painful tampon.
We were so confused. We're like, doesn't it just...
Yeah, like why? I don't understand why it hurts.
How many do you think we got? Was it like 40 or 50 emails about the whole tampon situation?
Probably.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of them that we're going to read.
Okay.
Here's one. I love you guys, but man, listening to that tampon story was absolutely painful. Like listening to Brian Reed. I just added that in. She probably, never mind.
Yeah, she probably didn't erase it.
Yeah.
She's like, not funny.
Bitch. I am 30-year-old mom of 3 and have been using tampons for over 15 years. Half your life. Here's the problem. When you remove a tampon, it is typically full of blood.
Nice.
That makes it very slimy. Ew,
right.
You're welcome.
Rotten sled.
The writers... Wait.
The writer said...
The writer said...
So the list... Who wrote it?
Oh, right. Yeah. The writer said the tampon was white when she pulled it out. That means it wasn't wet or slimy enough to create a rotten sled and slide out.
Got it. Okay.
The advice to pee a little bit makes sense because if you get the end of the string wet, the moisture travels up the tampon. Like when you get a paper towel wet and the water spreads throughout. That makes sense?
Yeah, no.
You asked about the type of pain. Think about how it feels when your hands are wet and you grab a handful of ice cubes.
Got it.
I know exactly that feeling.
I do.
You know how it sucks
Or it
and sticks and hurts to peel them off? It does suck, though.
It does, yeah, true.
That's exactly how it feels. But in your vagina, it's excruciatingly painful. Your best bet is just wait until you naturally create enough liquid or moisture up in there to get it out. So if anybody's having that problem now, let me get them wet right now. Ready?
Right. Boom.
Now your tampon should slide right out.
Whether you wanted it to or not.
Yeah. Someone's in the grocery store, splatter right on the floor.
You at work? It's like...
It dropped right out, and the kid was like, "Mommy, you dropped this."
You dropped your rotten sled. That makes sense. I loved that explanation. Let's hear one more. It says, "Hey guys."
How come you get music and I don't?
I did. I played it for you at the beginning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm listening to the Urinal Horses Butter Paper Cut episode of the podcast. You guys asked the question about tampons and why they hurt sometimes. You have to take them out. I feel like I can speak to this because I am a lady. That makes sense. With a lot of tampon experience. Lol. So, simple answer as to why tampons could hurt. The vagina has a lot of nerve endings inside of it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Think of the terms of sex. Women have a lot of nerves inside the vagina canal, so they have a lot of feelings in there.
They have a lot of feelings in there too. God,
no wonder. So if you change your tampon,
she's getting her feelings hurt inside her vagina. Is that what you're saying?
So if you change your tampon when you haven't been bleeding a lot, essentially a dry cotton ball inside of you, and you have to pull that dry cotton ball out, it hurts because there was so much friction between the vaginal canal walls and the cotton of the tampon. Kind of feels like taking a pencil eraser and pulling it across your skin. I love the different examples we've gotten in both of these. I know exactly what it is. Also, vaginas can dilate and the opening isn't always the same size. I knew that. And that's cool. So it can also
I didn't know that happens when you're not pregnant. It was like that.
Oh yeah, have you seen Stranger Things?
No, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I can picture
the wall thing.
Yeah.
It's always kind of pulsing.
Yeah.
Oh man. What a world. So it can also hurt just due to the opening of the vagina hole being smaller than the tampon when it's expanded. Anyway,
I love the visual, like those both examples. Do you remember in elementary school, did you ever, or like you rub the eraser in your skin to like, I remember burning a letter B into my skin. Like people, you scratch it until it like peels the skin off and then it scars.
I don't remember that.
We did that.
What?
Yeah.
We had stapler fun.
We did that.
We'd staple your arm and then the big red gum on your forehead. You guys ever do that one?
I remember that.
And the cinnamon burns a giant red square on your forehead.
Oh, I don't remember that. But both those examples were very much like, okay, I know exactly what that feels like. And you know what's amazing about the human brain and like personalities? The same thing can happen to two people and their description. Like I love one thing, you pick one topic and have multiple people make something from that and how widely
different they
are from the same topic.
It feels exactly like this.
Yeah.
And they lay it out for us.
That's so cool.
That is cool. And then we're also going to follow up on a question we tossed out to the kids last week on the QR talk.
Yeah.
Like if you had to get a QR code tattoo above your penis or your butt, what would it say? I'll read the first one. This came in to our Patreon from a silly goose, and it said it would definitely go to a consent form.
I love that one.
We did. I think we brushed on that a little bit. It's like, are you fine with how much I'm about to disappoint you?
Yeah.
You're not gonna write a 1-star review. Like up front, I'm telling you how bad this is.
I love the idea of that being like in case this inevitably goes to court, I need to be able to prove this in a court.
You knew what was happening.
Yeah, and it's like this was an e-sign. It was like an e-signature, and you signed it.
You did. Look at you
right here.
Yeah, right.
It's got one of those pre-cursived signatures
that looks way better than my real life signature.
It's much more legible.
We have another one too, right?
Yeah, this one is from another silly goose, Crystal.
Oh, okay.
QR code is a sign up form where she can rate your performance later.
Fuck that. It's just like an opt-in. Add you to an email list.
It lets everybody know on that list how the previous person was. Like, oh, so you can look at it and go, at least I was better than that guy.
It's like a little chart. Oh man, that's terrible. And then
with
one last
picture.
Oh yeah, it's just like a funny little cutout pic. This is from Noel D. It says, "What about one that takes you to this?" And then the link that she sent in was straight to the Rick Astley.
Getting rickrolled.
Never gonna give you up.
Yep.
And I clicked on it. So she also, did you click on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got us both.
I had a feeling
where it was going.
Yeah.
I guess that's
true.
And
she got us though. That was Noelle. She really wanted us to say her name.
Noelle.
Noelle D.
Noelle?
Yeah.
She's the one that, her name was Noelle?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making up for the times that apparently we haven't said her name enough.
And not like she doesn't have no L's in her name.
Yeah.
Because I was,
Christmas
when
stuff.
she said that, she goes, I really want to hear my name, or where she said, and so I said Noelle D, and I'm like, is there something I'm missing? Like, does
there
it
a
sound
joke?
like, yeah.
Like you're tricking the newscaster on a birthday shout out?
So I still haven't figured if there is. I think she just likes to hear her name.
Probably.
How about this? Oh yeah, Noelle. Yeah,
you fucking.
Yeah, you like that?
Is this what you wanted? Today.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm fucking yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
I've got a question for you.
What is the question you have?
This is a would you rather.
Okay.
Found this one on the internet.
Internet stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Lay me with it. Sorry.
Wold, because that's what wood looks like, right? Would you rather be a high school teacher or a clown? I love how that's just it's anything other than a teacher.
It's just
at this point.
And the thing is, yeah, there's going to be certain personalities. And then also if you are, actually, I wonder how many high school teachers are listeners of the show. And they heard that, they're like, I wish I was a clown.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm a clown. So
sometimes I feel like a clown. Sometimes you don't.
Hey, we're hey. But what does that say about being a teacher? I mean, it's such a important part of society, and such a select amount of people could actually pull it off. Do you ever think you could be a teacher?
So
at any level?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
When I was leaving high school to go to college, my plan was to be an elementary school teacher.
Okay.
Because I would go
to
I would go to elementary schools when I was in high school, but I would go to like the PE class and I would like help out. And so I was like, I got along with the kids and I would treat them like, you know, I'd talk trash to them and they were really fun to be around. But it's kind of like being an uncle and you get to leave and then the teacher deals with the rest of the shit.
You got it from here, right? See you tomorrow.
Because my mom at the same time was going back to school to be a teacher. So then I saw what she was going through to be a teacher and all that. And then I was like, I'm not going to do that. And that was just for elementary. With the way things are right now with cell phones and social media and things like that, I don't think I could handle being a school teacher because I don't think I could try to teach kids and like fight against, like, get them away from their phones for me to engage with me. Yeah. Like that would be so hard to have to battle
the distraction, like
compete. I was looking for the word compete.
Compete for their attention.
Compete for their attention with a fucking computer in their pocket and a social media.
That is way more fun than you are.
Way more fun. and like you hear stories all the time, like a teacher taking a kid's phone, then the kid complaining, and like the teacher getting in trouble or something. Like I don't know what do you do to combat that?
I just find this question interesting in the sense that it doesn't even have to be a clown. Actually, before I get to that, just to follow suit with what you were talking about, one of the reasons I did not major in music was because it was leading me to be a fucking music teacher. And I was like, nah. I'm not, like, I'm more like, I like to perform stuff. I do not want to teach your dumb kid how to play the recorder.
Yeah.
So that actually was a big deciding factor in me. And I said no to like a good amount of money to just not have to be in that position.
Could you imagine going to what's the school in Boston? The music school.
Oh man, we got to give me a second. Berkeley?
Yeah, Berkeley School of Music, a prestigious music school, and then you come out of there and you're teaching kids how to play the recorder.
Fuck yeah.
You spent all that money.
That would be so frustrating.
Or you could not go to school and be a clown.
Yes.
And not have student debt.
I mean, there is clown school.
There is, but like I feel like
you don't have to.
I mean, it's kind of like
it's optional.
You go to a couple circuses and you're like, I think I could do that.
I got a pretty good grasp on this.
Yeah,
give me your nose. How big are your shoes? Too big? Yeah, hold on. Just let me wear your shoes.
Just really go to YouTube, learn how to make some balloon animals and have a personality. I think you got it. Yeah. I think I could be a clown because going back to the elementary school, I knew how to make kids laugh. I know how to like engage with kids. I don't know how to teach kids, but I can sure like make kids laugh and have fun.
Right.
So I could be a clown.
No props.
No problem.
That's pretty
funny. Plus putting like some makeup on and a wig and people don't know who you are. I mean, that's a good way to hide behind a character and really go after it.
Really let your...
Shit, I'm talking myself into...
being a clown?
I feel like I'm talking myself into it.
Next week you show up, like, but you slowly... You don't show up fully decorated
Can't
clown.
go in all the way. You can't...
No, like, you show up and, like, you have one of the little squirty flowers. Or only one shoe's too big.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Brian... You're going down a scary road right now.
The next week I got polka dot pants.
You know it's a slippery slope. And you're like, no, I can control myself. Blow a little whistle. Brian, fuck, dude.
Stop squirting your computer with the water.
It's making weird fucking... No, I can stop. I can stop whenever I want.
You can't control it. It's so funny.
I can stop whenever I want. You're like, I can stop whenever I want. You walk out in your shoes, like squeaking.
I'm like in bed with a lady, and like she's like, "Oh, did you bring a condom?" He's like, "I always bring a condom. I brought some extra too."
Blow it up.
He's like, the sound it would make in bed, like in a dark thing.
Yeah,
It's a little crown for her.
It pops. Sorry. Let me try again. Honky.
I always bring extras.
Yeah. I'm picturing like AA, but for clowns right now. I don't know why that's funny. No, but high school teacher, and it doesn't have to be just clown. It could be almost anything else.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about either our society and how much we value and pay our teachers, which, I mean, my opinion, fucking so low.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Especially in this state where we're recording.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just, they're like, I mean, you teach my kid how to do their life, but we're going to knock you down, make you pay for stuff.
You know why I think it is?
What?
I think a lot of it is perspective. Parents think that they're just like a glorified babysitter. They don't realize what they're actually doing.
Even that, full-time babysitter.
Kids can't even control their fucking one kid, and and now this teacher's got 30 to 35 kids in a classroom.
And some are smart and some are complete dipshits.
Yeah, and you have to teach both ends of those spectrum.
And
not lose your fucking mind.
Would you be a high school teacher, or what if you had to put a scuba suit on and then go clean the septic tank down at the city?
I mean, that's pretty tempting.
And that's so fucked up.
I'm cleaning.
Would you teach high school math or literature? I'm going to go literature for you. Would you teach that? Or would you put on a scuba suit and clean the fucking sewage tank? And the fact that you can't answer that is what is so scary. The fact that you didn't
jump in right away and say you'd rather be a teacher. Of course
a teacher. Yes. Well, I don't know. You're like, okay, is it a new snorkel? Like you start asking about are they what kind of goggles are they? Can I adjust them around my nose? It's like, I think you're missing the point. Missing the problem here.
Well, at least with that job, you don't take your work home with you.
I mean, it's got to get in some crevices.
Well, no, I mean, not physically. Well, yes, physically. That's what I meant. Physically, yes, you go home, you shower, and you still smell like shit. But with a teacher, like my mom, she's been teaching teachers, she's been directors. It's a nonstop all the time thinking about it. Like there's
writing, grading.
There's poverty in certain schools, and like you're just like, you go to those schools and you see the parents don't give a shit about their kids, and so you take that home. It's weird, like the amount that teachers go extra and spend their own money to do shit to help kids that doesn't ever get noticed. And then the students grow up, they go to college, and they're like, man, if it wasn't for Mrs. Jones,
I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah, but Mrs. Jones didn't get a raise, or Mrs. Jones, no one's giving her any awards, but
Mrs. Jones, like, you send her a nice email.
Yeah.
And she's like,
thanks for saving my life.
She's like,
you picked me up.
You should have said that, 15 years ago, because anyway, I'm going to be working for the next 40 years of my life because I'll never retire. And
then there's not enough teachers retiring because they're old and bitter and they're waiting on their their
pension
to be the tenure or whatever it's called. Yeah. So they hate their life, and now they're teaching. Sorry to cut you off, but
I know it's a terrible system that we have for the teachers here. Is there a better one out there? I do some more studies into different countries and how they
places like
that
Finland and Norway and Countries that actually give people health care and care about education.
Like, yeah, actually know that if you pay them more, you get more talent, and then they do a better job teaching the kids.
We care about military here.
Right. Would you rather be a high school teacher or a bomb? I might be a bomb.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's just go back. We got to move on. High school teacher, clown. I'm going clown.
I'm going clown.
Okay. You ready?
Yep. That was easy.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
Observation time.
Okay.
Going back to the television. Dude, I don't know. Am I depressed? Do I need to go to the doctor? Like the last 3 weeks, I've been watching some TV.
Yeah, watching TV the other day.
I've been thinking about it. No, but you remember the show. You've seen the show Hoarders.
Yeah.
Okay. Who hasn't? If you haven't, then you're going to have an idea of what it's about. It's about people that hold on to a bunch of stuff and turn their house into a complete disaster, or their entire property into a complete disaster because they have a mental disease that doesn't allow them to let go of stuff.
Like they love trash. They can't throw things away.
They love certain things, and that's fine. And I get that. And those are the extreme cases. But after watching a couple of those episodes, just driving around town, and I've always thought this. I've just never, really broke it down to the point of, every neighborhood seems like has one of these houses where it's not like there's some stuff. It's not like they oh shit, they left that motorcycle out for 15 years.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, they left that car there and they've never fixed the tire for 20 years. Great. When they have 5 of those, and then their porch is full of strollers and other baby shit and a fucking ironing board, golf clubs, swimming pool, one's full, one's blown up, one's popped. Air mattress is hanging off the roof, and then another air mattress is holding up the gutter. What? How does that happen?
You just described
What?
our neighbors.
Your neighbors?
Yeah.
No. You live next to it? That's pretty fun.
And it's
Front yard or backyard?
both.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's insane.
And I'm not it's your space, and I get that. That's totally fine.
Yes.
This is my property. I'm going to do what I want, and what I want to do is leave this broken fireplace over here the entire time I'm alive.
It looks like you were it's like you were going to have a garage sale.
Yeah.
And you took everything out there, then you're like, I don't want to put it away.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not going to mow around this shit. Yeah.
That is what happens, though. It's
sometimes
you the stuff that's there, they just they just leave. We'll go back to the tire thing. You popped your tire one day, you're like, I don't want to fix it. I'll get to it tomorrow. And then it's like, I'll get to it this weekend. And it's been 6 years.
I don't want to get to it on a Thursday.
Yeah, you can't do it on Thursday. It's like, tomorrow's Friday. I want to relax for the weekend. Get on Monday. And then you're like, screw it. I'll just buy a new car.
Just spitballs.
And now you've got 6 cars.
Yeah.
And they've all got tires.
It's only $500 more to get a brand new car.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go do that? Or not a new car, new to you. But yeah, I don't know what clicks in the brain to have that happen. And I'm not trying to be judgy. So if you are a listener and your yard is just full of shit, first of all, you have to know it is. And then here's where I'm going with this. Do you kind of like it? Is there a point where you're like, I don't want to start now. This is a fucking disaster, but it's my disaster. And it's kind of funny. It's entertaining at some point.
You know
just
what?
To throw shit in your yard and just fuck off. Is there a point where it kind of becomes fun?
I don't know. I have a hard time thinking that it's that. I think it's that it's one thing leads to another. It's like gaining a lot of weight. You don't realize you're gaining weight, and then one day you look in the mirror, like, whoa, I gained a lot of weight. And then you can get obese because you're just like, it hurts for me to run or whatever. So you're not running, and then you eat, and you just keeps like, whoa, how did this happen? And going back to the judgy thing, I don't think I could live in a neighborhood that has an HOA because I don't want a bunch of neighbors
tell me what the fuck to do
with my lawn. But at the same time, it's like, don't do that.
Don't go that far.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't want to be told that I have to have my lawn at a certain thing, but I don't want to have like 3 boats, like with no motors.
Boats are a good one. Yeah, canoes.
And they're
like a kayak.
they're everywhere.
And the weirder the objects get, like, if you have nothing but obscure objects, go for it. Like you're like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like your yard has like a Sega Genesis that's hooked up to an old TV that's like next to an old fucking it's an old living room setup.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. Like
It's like there was a room there,
but
the walls
disintegrated
and the room is still there.
Like if you're trying, I don't know, you're making some shit out of your junk. But when you shrink this down, this is where it like kind of got funny to me. I was trying to relate to it. Like, what do I sometimes hold on to that I don't? And it wasn't that long ago. I'll get my wallet out. Okay, so not bad. If you're watching on YouTube, like
That
not
could cause some back problems though.
not bad compared to some of the motherfucking wallets that are out there. Yeah, okay. So sorry, listeners.
Yours is twice as thick as mine.
Yeah, well, I've got a 3-fold, bro. You got a bifold. You can't blame that on me. So what I'm getting at,
Talking about penis.
oh, and everybody has seen these fucking wallets that
The
look,
George Costanza wallet.
they look like a Bible. Like they are a stack, a 3 set of baseball cards.
There's like a shiv in there. It can fit in there.
In looking at that, like, what are you doing? What is in there? Why does that all have to go?
Some
with you?
people think they need to keep every receipt just in case.
And that's what I'm getting at. I think maybe is that the lawn situation?
It could be
Like I don't want it in my house, but I want it at my lawn.
Yeah, I mean, we could go down a rabbit hole here. Like we've talked about the cords in the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Keeping like a laptop box or you get the
phone?
new phone and
Yeah.
you have like the last 6 phones you've kept the box because you're like, what if I have to return it? And then you never do, but you keep the box.
Yeah.
I have iPad box. I have like 2 iPad boxes. I have my laptop box. I just got rid of my Xbox box.
Xbox box.
And partly the reason I did that was like I used it in a skit. And then I was like, oh, that was a good idea. I'm glad I had that. So I was like, maybe I should hang on to it a little longer. And then I finally was like, no, get rid of this
Just
shit.
go. Yeah.
And then
get it out of
being
here.
like kids are natural hoarders too.
Yeah, that's true.
I was trying to take out the freaking recycling the other day, and my kid like flipped out. He's like, "Where are you going at?" I'm like, "I'm taking it to the recycling. What are you talking about?" He's like, "That's my box." I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's full of shit." And he goes, "I color on it." I look at the box and it was like scribblies on it.
Drawing some shit.
I'm like, okay, what he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
So I put it back in the fucking cupboard. He won.
Yeah.
And then I waited till bedtime and then I took it out. And then he forgot about it.
And then kicked it out the door.
Yeah. But kids do that with their little artwork. They draw something and they're like, don't throw it away. I'm like, I don't want to throw it away. I want to keep everything you do. But if I do, well, like I need a storage unit just for your drawings.
Just for your shitty drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're no Picasso, motherfucker. Yeah, I just want to toss that question out there for people. I mean, if you have a thick ass wallet, because I mean, there's some in there. You're like, I don't know if I'm next time we back to the Florida Keys. And I know I holding on to some teriyaki chicken punch card.
You've got like Hilton door, like hotel cards.
Yeah.
They like,
Yeah.
you just are in there. Your
like-
Costco card.
Like 2 punches on a car wash in Indiana because you went to go visit your friends one time.
Like if I go back there and visit and I get 6 car washes while I'm there, I'll get a free one.
The next one's free.
Yeah.
And like, how much is it per time you go through? A couple bucks.
We should maybe we should say this for another time, but talking about like punch cards, I always feel weird when I go to like a local coffee shop or a local sandwich place. They're always like, "Do you want a punch card?" I always say no because when I did get one of those, I felt really weird using it. Like
to get a freebie?
Yeah, because it's like a small business. It
Like,
depends
thanks,
on
bud.
Yeah, it depends on the people there. Like if it's McDonald's, sure, but like the local sandwich shop that you have a free sandwich. Oh, you want to use your free sandwich? And you're like, hell yeah, I do. And I'm like, ugh.
They were relying on you to lose it.
Yeah. It's like
And you
it's kind of like the mail-in rebate we were talking about. Like they just hope you don't do it.
Don't do it. Right. That's the whole thing.
And they want your loyalty, but at the same time, like they need your money to stay open.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other 10 times you were there, they got your money. So there's
Sure,
that.
but I mean, we can
And they also like get freebie, and you're like, because it's free, well, I'm gonna get a cookie.
Yeah.
So there's always that approach.
What
too.
if the sandwich shop closes and they're like, thanks for our loyal things, but we just
Thanks to all of our loyal company or customers, you put us out of business
because you're using all your free. Like one day, everyone came in and used their free sandwich. They made like $6 that day,
and then shut down.
Yeah,
they had it. Yeah, rent was due.
Places like that, if one day they're closed, it can ruin the whole fucking month. Because they're dependent on that. So if everyone uses their free sandwich,
it's a good point.
Yeah,
never thought about it that way.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the little people here.
Yes, you are. Yeah, bringing them up.
Compassionate.
Yes, you are. Okay, let's move on to some dick.
All right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Is it dumb? Is it interesting? Is it cool? Then it's dick.
I am going to show you my dick first.
Okay.
This.
Whoa, Joe, put that away.
Hey, kind of relaying back to the high school or the teacher talk.
Okay.
From earlier. Just little bow on top. But the article goes, no yelling, no phones. Florida teacher accused of organizing middle school fight club.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Trying to make that a little bit extra cash.
Yeah, or just bored. A teacher in Florida is being accused of organizing fights at Griffin Middle School in Tallahassee. Students were being allowed to fight in Angel Footman's classroom. A school resource deputy received an alert back on March 24th, and school administrators were shown videos to support the claim. Now, school administrators were also shown videos to support the claim with alleged fights taking place between March 22 and March 23. So, they had the evidence they needed. Documents obtained by the website we're reading right here claim that several 6th grade girls told police they participated in fights planned during school hours and were invited back for more fights.
You did so well last week.
Like she's, here's your pay. Like I'm picturing Rocky.
Yeah.
He's like, in the envelope.
Yeah.
Here's what you get for throwing the fight.
Yeah.
Adrian! Or whatever.
Well, the way they always do it in the movies or the shows, they're like, he goes back to the guy, hey, I got another fight lined up for you. No, man, that was my last one.
That was it, man.
He's like, no, they want you back.
My family needs me.
Yeah, and you're like, it's a big payday coming up.
He goes, I got a big school project.
I told my wife that I was done fighting. Yeah, but this one will set you for life.
All your family, your grandkids will be.
They're all taken care
set. So Footman, 23 years of age, allegedly had rules, including 30 seconds, no screaming, no yelling, no phones.
No one can know that this is happening.
And this was heard on camera. She also told participants to stop pulling hair. A detective who reviewed the videos identified Footman sitting on her desk, failing to break up any of the fights. Documents also show that there are no records of Footman reporting the fights to administrators.
So they were in the classroom? Did I miss that?
Yeah, in her classroom is what it said. Okay.
That's wild. Imagine moving desks out of the way.
Like
everybody grab a desk.
Like as soon as you get that's your incentive to get done with your classwork. Because at the end of it, you're going to watch two people punch each other in the face.
Yeah, it's like the free time. Okay, everybody that didn't.
But I love the like the 30 seconds, no screaming, no yelling. It's like mimes. Mm-hmm. Like
you just hear.
She's doing like the blind. Like she's just going 1, 2, 3, and go. It's just like.
It's like those videos that people do where they take the sound out of a music video and add the new stuff. All the kids are like, they're trying not to go, oh shit!
Squeak! Like a little sneaker.
Yeah, like a basketball court. You know what's funny about I didn't realize that she told that. I was visualizing like, how does someone know this isn't going to get exposed?
That's all I could think about.
Like, how do you think you're going to get away with this?
How? There's no way. There's no way. You're having multiple angles. Even let's just imagine that all the kids wanted to be there. Mm-hmm. Like you had Fight Club signups.
30 kids had to be in on the whole thing.
Yeah, you would still get busted because they're fucking kids and they're fighting in a school.
And they're talking about it.
And there's cameras.
Or unless the kids couldn't talk about it. You can't.
Well, I mean,
that's rule number one.
They couldn't yell about it. We know that much.
Well, they couldn't talk about it in the hallway. Mm-hmm. That would have to be. Could you imagine there's like 30 kids in the whole school and know this is going on?
Mm-hmm. Keeping that hush.
But when that school year's over, or the next class, she's got to have a whole new crop of people.
Bring
Does
them
she
in.
start it all over again? They signs like a no a disclosure,
yeah, an NDA.
An NDA.
I mean, but no matter which way you cut it, and she's like, no phones. It's like, okay.
Yeah, put all your phones in.
Put all your phones. You got it. And like, there's not going to be a kid filming the whole fight in a classroom. I mean, I'm shocked it lasted more than one day. She got 2 fight clubs in.
That's insane.
And then she left and became a clown because
The pay was better.
The pay was better, and you can punch some people.
And it's not illegal.
I mean, fuck, that's pretty cool middle school, though.
I love that. And the teacher, let's just go back to the picture.
Yeah.
She looks 14, maybe.
I know. 23 is young.
Oh, is that how old she was?
Yeah. I mean, that is a young teacher.
She just got out of college, and it was her first shot, and she's like,
punch it.
Screw it. We're just...
Yeah, I didn't even mean to do this.
Like, is that how bad we talk about like being a teacher now? Is that how bad it is where she had like a couple days? Because did this just happen this
it
year?
says March 22nd, 23rd. Yeah.
Okay.
It says this year.
So like she just like maybe she just took over the class. She's like, oh, dude, like I can't.
You guys are driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
you two are going
you
at
do
it.
punch each other.
And
did you guys ever have fights growing up, like organized fights?
I remember certain fights would be like after practice or like after school when we're meeting by the water tower.
Some of those, there are plenty of parties where people would bring boxing gloves. Like there was a couple like sets of dudes that just like had them in their car at all times in case the party sucked.
Yeah.
And need a little spice up. And that spice up was watching people punch each other in the face. And I watched some punches.
See, that's different.
I never did it.
Like, let's grab 2 people and let them duke it out. But like the actual fight where you could see it developing, and they're to the point where like we're fighting, like you and me, and all the kids knew. Like after school, we're going to the water tower, or we're going over to the rock in the field that everybody knows about.
We had like the dirt fight, the dirt behind the rodeo stands is where our kids would go. Yeah, our class would go fight back there because cops can't see you from the road.
Right.
Yeah. The cop can't see you from the road. Like that's how big town was. That one guy, no way he's seeing us over here.
And it's funny how things traveled. Like kids would talk about it at recess. All of a sudden, there's 40 kids. Like, dude, how did everybody know this?
Looking like Street Fighter background people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just doing the same punch in the sky.
Pit fighter.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, and then these certain people, there were some, I could never support it. They knew what they were doing. They had boxing gloves. And they'd find 2 girls they know had beef. And they'd be like, she'll punch, she said she wants to fight you.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even talk to him yet.
Well, at least they couldn't pull hair with boxing gloves.
Well, I mean, they found a way with their teeth. No, but they would instigate it, and that was where I kind of, that's kind of
like bum fights.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off too.
Do these guys actually have beef? No, you threw them some beef and said go fight.
Yeah, they get $5 or a hamburger to go fight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for me. Show me your dick over there.
Oh yeah.
What you got?
Let's see. What do I have? Let's take a trip over to China.
Let's do it.
So this is China's ban on female lingerie models leads to lingerie wearing male models in shopping live streams.
All right.
So basically,
I'm in.
China implemented a ban.
Okay.
That's it's a law against spreading obscene online material. So women in lingerie is obscene.
Okay.
Over there.
Great. Keep going.
After an online shopping streamer replaced its models with the male models in December, many businesses have since followed suit, effectively circumventing the ban. And this has been like a positive thing.
Okay.
They tapped into a loophole that may have been created a novel marketing strategy for the business that make them stand out from other sellers of female products.
Okay.
But while many Chinese social media users find the male lingerie model trend amusing, there are others who have pointed out that it means fewer job opportunities for women. So while it's like some companies are seeing benefits of this, but it's like, well, the women that...
Okay, But they're like, fewer jobs. It's like, no, you're banned from doing it.
Yeah.
So that job's not yours anymore. Like, so take that off the table. But it's not necessarily taking any job opportunity away because you can't have that job.
Legally, you couldn't have the job, but it's funny to think about like that, like they took our jobs. Like they're coming across the border, stealing our jobs.
So funny.
Or like blackface. You know, like when white actors would dress up, and it like that's what it kind of feels like
A little bit.
in a little bit of way. It's like. And if I'm a woman looking to buy lingerie, like, do women buy lingerie or do men buy it for them?
I would say women buy it.
Okay.
I would prefer in a relationship that the whole thing's about feeling good and sexy,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's also about like, being whatever character or mood or wearing something that your partner enjoys too. So I get that. But I mean, men are going to buy the wrong size.
Yeah.
Not going to know how this fits. You're not going to be like,
It doesn't matter what you get.
Lace gives me my nipples rash. And
It's
you're like,
like
I want it all to be lace.
You made the wrong decision no matter what you bought there. Like if it's the bra's too big or too small, you're like, what, you think this? Anyway.
You think my boobs are this small? Like, God damn it.
Or you want him to be this big?
You're like,
Either
please-
way, you're fucked.
You're like, please just, let's have sex.
And then it's like, how did you know I had the perfect size? Were you going through my bras? You creep.
You're like, what? You're wearing some as a hat?
So I just picture like women, they're like, imagine watching like QVC.
Okay.
Or like when a lady comes out and they're like standing in the thing, and then like you've got the people watching. And they're like, oh, I love the way that looks, because now they have like skinny models, they have like plus size models, all this kind of stuff. So they have all this wide variety of sizes. So any woman now can look at something and go, okay, that's how it looks on a woman my size. Because up until then, like bigger women had to see skinny models, but now they can see like, oh, I could wear that. I could look okay in that. So let's say this happens. And then, but now they're looking at like a man, just like a skinny, tiny little man wearing this lingerie that they don't have any boobs, no ass,
a penis.
And so, there's a bulge in the front instead of a bulge in the back.
Which I think is pretty fun.
Yeah.
They're like, God, I thought these would fit better. It's like, forgot about the dick.
On account of the dick.
Account of the dick. I just thought I was going to snug.
So imagine like ordering, you're all excited to get this lingerie, and it shows up and it's like, this isn't what I ordered at all.
I mean, I get the side that they're just trying to fight back against the government. Like, you're not going to stop us. Here, I'll just wear the shit that you're going to buy. Like, I get that angle. It shouldn't be happening in the first place. But bouncing back to where I was kind of losing my shit about when you were first reading it, it just goes back to the same thing with the high school teacher. It's like, how do you think you're not going to get caught? It's like with China, it's like, do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what's out there?
Yeah.
You're not stopping anybody. The world is way too connected for you to be like, no one gets to see the boobs. Everyone's like, okay, yeah, I will never look at boobs again, and then turn around and immediately look at boobs because you can't stop it. So
Can't stop a train.
what do you? Gosh.
Today. Yeah.
How is that happening today?
I mean, well, it's China. But the thing
I'm
is,
sure
like,
we get filtered stuff too. Like, we think we get everything, but we probably don't.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
I get that approach, but to go this far back to North Korea, them.
I just thought it was so funny. Like when I first saw this article, you see this man wearing lingerie, and then he's wearing a mask too. Like if I was a man like trying to be turned on by a woman in lingerie, like if that's what I'm looking for, and I see that, I mean, like I'm not attracted to men wearing lingerie that doesn't fit his proportions at all, and then wearing a mask. That is the ultimate boner kill.
Dude, just womp, 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 womp. Yeah. Your partner's like, I thought you were going to buy me some lingerie. I was like, I was. But look, then I want to go buy some, and there's a bunch of dudes wearing it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to have sex anymore.
Here's
okay.
a thought to ponder. So, like, let's say you're gay, like, you're a male, you like men.
Yeah, you're gay.
Yeah. And well, I was trying to paint the picture.
I'm just being a jackass.
So, like, and if you're a gay male or gay female, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're a gay male and you're listening, What like I would assume, what is the
And the lingerie's different.
Yeah.
So there's
but,
that.
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, I'm assuming you wouldn't be attracted to like female lingerie on a man. You would be attracted to male wearing what are considered male clothes, right?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think like if I'm into men and then I see this, like this is so not sexy because it's like maybe
just loose and flapping.
Yeah, like there's nothing.
Nothing's filling out the front.
Yeah. Whereas, like, if he was wearing, like, thong underwear or
what
something.
makes that better than a mannequin? And the answer is nothing.
Nothing.
So that is, I think, is where we...
A mannequin is way sexier than
a man. Kin. Or, there's got to be a joke in there somewhere.
There is.
Yeah. I'm just not smart enough to find it at the moment. But I get you. I get what they were doing. It's a stand against the government. But a bunch of ill-fitting clothes coming your way.
Yeah.
Nothing is less sexy than ill-fitting lingerie.
Yeah.
Like, just walking in and like the panties are all way too loose, like dripping down and like the boobs, like not even close to filling it out. It's just, she's wearing like it's a giant piece of cloth at that point. You're like, ooh, and you have to pretend you like it.
Well, I mean,
but you try not to laugh a little
just
bit.
like let's go back to the mannequin thing. Like if you dressed if you had a male mannequin and you threw female clothes on it, doesn't matter if it's lingerie or not, it's going to look awkward.
That's not going to fit.
And so then you throw on something that's supposed to be fitting and sexy and like accentuate parts of your body. And it just doesn't do that. Like, how is anybody looking at that going, that would look great on this, my wife or whatever, I'm buying that. Or any female that's like, I don't know how that's going to look on me because it's on some dude with like just a straight skinny body.
She literally looks like a stick bug. Which, I mean, that's fine. Okay, let's move on to petty beef.
All right.
We got to do it.
Silence in the court.
You are now entering the petty beef courtroom, where all sides of some bullshit will be heard and evaluated. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final-ish. This is petty beef.
Got your gavel? You got your gravel? Nope.
Can you imagine if there was two judges and they didn't agree?
Listen here. Yeah. Like ruling each other out.
Yeah, they're like, everyone's in the courtroom just like looking at these two guys like,
everyone's just grabbing their forehead. It's like, fuck, this is a disaster. So our petty beef for this week is coming in from our future Special Olympian son, Jacob. And he writes, "Hey daddies, I've got some shit I need you to settle for me, between me and your daughter-in-law, Sarah." I get it. Now, I have a dark sense of humor, and it's how I shrug off the bullshit of the day-to-day. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with a serious but not life-threatening condition that has left me with permanent nerve damage and could one day take away my ability to walk. And then in quotes, or not in parentheses, says, but probably won't. I love making jokes about it, though. I will sometimes send my wife links to houses with wheelchair ramps. And I especially love talking about one day having a fast pass at amusement parks. And then in all caps, he goes, "My wife hates this."
Yeah.
She gets upset and tells me not to joke about it. Well, I laugh my ass off, imagining myself rolling by hundreds of people at Disneyland singing, "Move, bitch, get out the way." I love my life to death, or I love my wife to death. I don't know. Maybe I'm the asshole. You tell me, your son, Jake. Well... There's a lot of things that we have talked about that I would consider too dark to ever actually say on the show. So, I mean, our sense of humor is very, I mean, it's down there.
Yeah.
It's in the pits
the gutter.
of despair.
Yeah, the pits.
As you can tell with me reading this,
yeah,
and I'm laughing while you're telling me what you're saying, I'm going to side with you.
Yeah.
Because that's how I deal with it too.
Yeah.
Like all the hardship stuff, I mean... it wasn't even not that dark, but think about talking about the minivan with my dad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like, there's nothing funny rolling your dad out of the house until you and you could put him, you're like, yeah, and then we just put him in a minivan. And then that was it. But
the visual,
my brain is not going to let that go. It's like, I'm putting my dad in a fucking minivan. Like, if they didn't roll down both seats, like just enough room. Like he was a carton of milk, like just squeezing him in with the pet food, like didn't have time to pull the other release,
having to like push a seat forward. They're leaning the seat forward a little bit.
They're like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, they're not doing the full lay down even. They're making them sit up a little bit. Okay, so the dark sense of humor.
The guy in the passenger seat leans forward.
They hook the wheels over the seat. Okay, fuck it. So, sense of humor, great. But I also here before I do the next part, what do you think? You feel like
I'm on the exact same page, and I can even like relate to this a little bit. I same thing. Like I could tell jokes because I can separate real life from a joke, and not everyone can do that. And my wife can do that sometimes, and there's certain times she can't. Like we, joking about, kids getting hit by a car. Like it's not funny.
No.
In real life, it's not funny, but like you can make it funny. And so like when she was pregnant with our first son, I remember she was probably like a month out. I mean, she was close. And there was something that came out like it was like an investment opportunity. And I was like, well, it just wouldn't be smart to, do it right now. I was like, what you could do is you could just flush that out and then we don't have to make any money or have to worry about using the money that we're going to spend at the hospital. And then we could invest in this opportunity. She didn't talk to me. I'm not shitting you. She didn't talk to me for almost 2 weeks. Because
she talked to you when she had to talk to you, and that was when she was giving birth to your son.
Yeah, she's like, hey, my water broke. You got to take me to the hospital.
That was the next time she talked to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how she didn't. Like, that wasn't well received.
No. And obviously, like, when you're pregnant, there's a lot going through. And it was completely my fault.
Yes.
But I'm the same way as this guy. Like,
hear me out.
That's me. That's me, like, making light of a situation.
Yeah.
Of if you were, say you're diagnosed with cancer or something like that, like obviously you're terrified and your spouse is probably even more terrified. So like finding ways to joke about, when I lose my hair, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I don't find that funny. And you're like, well, it's not funny, but like, I'm trying to make light of it. Like that's the same.
Like the amount of money we're going to save on haircuts.
Exactly.
Is unreal.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, maybe that'll cover one of the chemo sessions.
Yep.
Yeah. So like that, I get it. But is there any sort of consideration you have to have as someone with a dark sense of humor and your wife hates it?
Yeah.
So do you have to be, or like, do you just say it because that's who you are and it's keeping you positive? So if you just turn off your funny thoughts, then you're spending your life with this other person. Like they are your sounding board. And so if you just bottle that up.
Yeah. It's all about time and place a lot of times. My wife wouldn't love that joke now, but she could handle it a lot better now, I think, than when she was about ready to push a life out of her. Yeah. So like this guy, maybe don't send links of houses. Like if you're in a situation
that is weird, but
I mean, it's so funny to say,
look how sick this ramp is.
Yeah, but like making a joke about, it's gonna be sweet when we go to Disneyland because when we get to the front of the line, like that's just funny.
I'll meet you guys at the next ride.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you guys are gonna wait here for 2 hours. I'm gonna go ride on it right now. That's funny, but like out of nowhere, just sending links for houses with that might, like, you could cut back on that. If I'm being
just sending like,
it's funny. I still find it funny, but
showing skateboard clips. You're like, check out this Tony Hawk, and you're like, but check out that ramp. Like that's the kind of ramp I'm looking for.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna suit my needs. I'm gonna side with Jake. I'm gonna say that you can't just shut off the dark sense of humor. You're gonna have to deal with the consequences.
As long as it's not gonna like push her away to where she's gonna leave you.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer.
And
you have to roll your ass up those ramps, and that's not fun.
Dude, there's a lot of give and take in marriage, and I'm even like, there's so many times when I've wanted to say something that I decided not to, that I could have, and my wife, she didn't even know that I didn't say it.
Yeah.
And I want to say, like, I had something really funny that I wanted to say and I didn't. You should give me praise for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
be proud of me.
I thought of you and I thought she won't like this, so I didn't say it.
So I kept the moment alive, and you're so lucky.
It's almost like like me going and doing the dishes, and you're like, oh, thank you for doing that. That's the equivalent of me not telling that joke. I didn't tell this joke.
Tell me good job.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, not telling you.
Yep. I just did the laundry.
I just did the laundry, and that's where we're going to focus right now.
Yep.
Okay, we do have some more, or not some more. We do have some good news, though. And we're going to get to that right now.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray, we aren't doomed.
If you have the children's, you know that you would pretty much do whatever when it comes to their health and saving their life, right?
Is this a place for one of those jokes where
No,
I'd be like,
bad timing.
depending
on whether they're in timeout or how their grades are?
Yeah.
How do they do in their basketball game?
Are they coming out? Are they leaving the school with a big hug and you're excited to see him? Or are they being little fucking shit at a restaurant?
I don't know. Do they load the dishwasher? Because that's going to change a lot on how much I'm going to do for them. No, but it says, determined Nunavut, I believe. Dad dropped 79 pounds to be... Nunavut. Dad dropped 79 pounds to be organ donor for teenage son. I guess.
Why did you say it like that?
The Nunavut just crept in and took over my fucking mouth. So, asked how he was able to stick to his strict year-long weight loss regimen, Daniel Kobletskia credits a few things. He goes, determination, love, and I guess stubbornness. He said, yeah. Behind those things was a clear goal to lose enough weight so he could give his teenage son a more normal life. Daniel needed to lose weight in order to be the organ donor for Hunter, his son, 16. Hunter was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney disease back in 2020. He's been managing okay, Daniel says, but the medications, about 10 pills a day, of course, take a toll. He's been doing just fine with all these pills that drains his energy easily compared to a normal teenager. So a new kidney would be a life changer for Hunter, and Daniel was the prime candidate to be the donor except for one thing. At 274 pounds, Daniel was deemed overweight, and to be a donor, you had to get his weight under 200 pounds. So Daniel's other kids were all, potential donors, but he didn't want to have them to go through the surgery so that, if he could do it, he would. So he just simply said, I took action. And the rest of the article, diet, exercise, cutting back on sugar, walking at least 5 kilometers every day, whether it was cold or not. He did everything he possibly could to make sure that he was ready to donate his kidney to his son. And that's,
could you imagine if you didn't do that?
Like if you like he needed it, but you were 201 and
you didn't work quite hard enough.
Yeah. You just couldn't.
The night before you had to do it, he's like, fuck, dude, this pizza sounds so good.
Yeah, he's like, God damn, but the big game's on.
Oof. Day before the Super Bowl, I don't know.
Says I was determined. I really love him. Put my mind into it. I'm going to do it. And I went at it.
It's fantastic.
So, I know. But that's a good point. What if just fuck your life up? You just didn't quite pull that off.
No, if you knew that, you had the opportunity to do that and you didn't. That's right now. I know I need to lose weight. Mm-hmm. I have high cholesterol. I've gone to the doctor, but there's there's nothing visual. I'm gaining weight, but it's I didn't have a heart attack or anything. I always need, I need something that's
a hard change thing.
Yeah. So something like that where I need to lose this weight or else my kid could die or whatever. That's pretty good motivation.
Pretty good, yeah. And if that's not enough, are you, what kind of dad are you? Anyway, that's what I came across. You found something? Should we take a look at the thing you found?
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. We'll figure it out here. 1 second.
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes! That's awesome!
I don't know how well this would work, Joe.
All right. Well, but I'm curious to learn more.
I just think I spend a lot of time in bathroom and toilets and stuff.
I've learned. Yeah.
And this isn't just for toilets. You can use it a lot of places, but basically what this is like a 16 color toilet night light.
Wait. So you said it's not just for toilets?
Well, there's a picture of someone using it in a closet.
Oh shit.
In a drawer.
Oh damn. Okay.
So it's multi-use.
Yeah, it's a multi-function. Oh shit, where'd you get that? Oh, that's the toilet. Yeah. The toilet light that I've hooked onto my dresser.
Right, next to your wife's shirts and pants.
Yeah. You use the same one?
Yeah. Yep. And you just move it back and forth.
Okay.
I don't know. I just thought it was when you wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, whatever, and it's you don't want to turn on a light to wake up because then it wakes, too much. So the idea of it's just that, it's that, and also if you say wake up in the middle of the night, you got to poop or something, walking down the hallway and just seeing like this glow. So basically it's an LED light that can clip onto a toilet and lights up the toilet. And I just visualize like walking down the hallway and like you got to take this giant triumphant dump and there's just this light glowing out of it and just looking like it's like it's just ready to
which is funny,
accept your feces.
Because I actually had one of these at one point.
You did?
And there's 2 settings, and one is motion activated. So like when you walk in and then like you stick your penis in the toilet, then it's like, hey, what's up, dude? I gotta wake up and be like, bright red.
So like you sit down and it just goes poof.
Yeah, it's like, hey, welcome
sitting
to the
on
throne.
a pot of lava.
And the other one, you just leave it on. The problem when you leave it on is it doesn't do a good, if you close the lid.
Oh yeah.
Like even if it'll just stay on forever. So the batteries just fly out of it.
So you're reaching in there and replacing the batteries.
And then the peas flap. I mean, it splashes all over it. But I will say, when we had it until I got sick of replacing the fucking batteries in it, it was exactly what you're describing. It was a monumental moment. Because when you're getting up in the middle of the night, you're trying to move fast enough like you don't lose the sleepy.
Yeah.
Like you don't you purposely stay sleepy.
And you kind of squint your eyes a little bit because you don't want to.
I can go for a little more. Like you're trying to slow your brain down. And so, an intrusive light would definitely snap you out of that situation. So having a nice soft LED in your toilet.
There's a 1-pack for $8.90, or you can get a 3-pack for $14.98.
What a deal. That's one free.
I mean, yeah,
that's like buy 2 get 1 free, basically.
You could treat it as you don't want to replace the light. You just get 3 of them.
Well, yeah,
for $6 extra bucks, and then don't replace it and just throw a new one in there.
Just flush it
every couple of months. Spend $15 on some new ones.
Just flush it down the toilet.
Kick it with your shoe on in there.
Fuck it.
Watch it go. Watch it as it lights.
That'd be kind of cool. Gets clogged. It's the coolest clog you've ever had, though. Yeah,
it's a commercial here in Spokane.
What is it?
Got a clog? Call the dog. It's Bulldog Rooter or whatever.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know that guy. I just know whatever the other Rooter company. Rooter guy? Roto Rooter?
Roto Rooter. That's a big one, I think.
Oh, like a national thing?
Yeah. We're number 1 in the number 2 business.
haven't clogged enough toilets across the country. Across the 50 states.
That's my goal is to clog a toilet in all 50 states.
Like everyone wants to visit them or like go to every capital city or
get a magnet.
Every baseball stadium. Like you just want to clog a toilet in every state.
I want to clog a toilet in every Capitol building in every state. How about that? Like a nice one.
Yeah, you're not gonna go all that way to not be able to have at least a marble countertop.
Yeah,
yeah. Like from fucking Circle J,
and just take a selfie in front of the toilet.
It's already clogged.
Here I am in Austin, Texas.
Always holding up a number 2.
Yep. Oh yeah, always the peace. Oh, cool peace sign. No, it's number 2.
No, it's number 2. Look what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, good.
Office,
I love that. So yeah, and if you give it a whirl, give it a shot,
give it a swirl,
give it a swirly. Let's hear from some of the kids.
Okay.
All right, let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
Our first email is coming in from our Good Samaritan son, Anthony.
Anthony!
My favorite nipple flickers.
That's fun.
Yeah. I'm a personal trainer in Portland, Oregon, and it's been raining hard today. I got in my car and saw that the person next to me left their window open and all of their shit was getting ruined.
The amount of times I've seen that is,
What are you thinking?
And isn't it weird how nice the car is determines how bad you feel for him?
Yeah.
Like if it's a BMW convertible, fucking X7 series or whatever, and they let you, like, I don't care.
Yeah. Some guy that's just trying to get by in a Tercel.
Yeah. See, that's a little bit different. Yeah.
Why did you do that in Portland, though? You know it rains.
Yeah,
it's always cloudy there.
Yeah.
I had my gym bag in the car from swimming earlier, and I thought, fuck it. I can lose a towel to help this person. What a nice guy.
What a guy.
So like a good citizen, I go and drape my towel over the open window. Not realizing that I had rolled my shorts up in the towel. Said shorts got flung into the car. As I was trying to grab them, they walked up on me. The people walked up. I panicked and said, "This isn't what it looks like. My wet shorts are in there." That's what it looks like. It's just my wet shorts are in your car.
You're not going to believe this. That is such a Portland fucking story. They're like, okay, I'll hear you out because I've seen weirder shit today. So why are your wet shorts in my fucking car?
It's just like, that's such a weird thing. It's not what it looks like. I'm not breaking your car. Your shorts or my shorts are just in your car.
Or just happen to be in your car. Okay.
They called the police, and as they were waking up. It says waking up.
Yeah.
They were walking up, and then I apologized when I articulated the whole situation. The guy told me not to leave because he gave them my discretion, but he was in a rush and had to leave.
Okay.
So now that I'm standing alone in a parking lot, waiting to wave down a cop, and then I had to explain that he just left, but it's not an issue anymore, which sounds suspicious as fuck.
Oh, he disappeared.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this whole thing is a big ruse just to get you here.
Yeah.
He wrote down my license plate number and said if they got a call that I was lying, he would put out a warrant. And it goes to show that helping people is just a silly goose thing to do. Love your guts, Anthony.
That is sad.
Those are my favorite stories, and I've had a few where you're just like you're just trying to do something nice.
Yeah.
And then it's like now my day is ruined. My week, like I have a court date. It's like, what the fuck? I was just trying to like help a lady across the street.
I know, it's like when you
have a court date.
Let someone get in front of you, and then whatever item they grab, they can't find the price on it. They got to run around for 15 minutes. And you only had like 3 items yourself. Yeah. But you're just like, I'm going to be a nice guy this time.
I do that all the time. I'm like, just go ahead. You've got one thing. And then they're like, price check on fucking whatever.
Can I get this? And all the cigarettes from across the store?
Yep. And then the other line that you could have picked is just shuffling, just going through.
And you feel like they're all looking at you.
Yeah, like
you fucking idiot.
You poor sap.
I'm not going to get into the whole story, but it does remind me of helping this lady when her car broke down. And I helped push her out of the way. And then she was like, I'm staying in this hotel. And then she just left me there with her kid. And then like, I don't know where she went. Like, it was not a short thing. It was fucking, I was just with this random lady's kid for, I forget how long. It happened years and years ago. I forgot, but I feel like it was like 30 minutes of just me and this kid. Like, what the fuck is happening?
I agreed to?
Yeah, God damn it.
Dude, I've had that happen in the winter here. We have bad winters, and I live up on a hill. And I remember there was a car that couldn't get up the hill. I stopped my car to go help push them up and like push. It was turning and it caught and they got up there. I was like, sweet. I go to get in my car. It's stuck. And now I can't get up the hill. And that person's just like, oh, thank God I made it up.
For that guy.
Yep. And now I'm stuck. And it took me all fucking night to get home.
That's really funny.
I could have kept my momentum. I could have kept going, but I was trying to be nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to made it right on up there. We're moving on to our next email. No name.
Honk, honk.
Honk, honk, motherfuckers. Approximately 15 years ago, we stayed in a Holiday Inn, and we were there for a concert. When we checked into our room, I found the bathroom was all fuckered up. Somebody with fine black curly hair had been shaving. How do I know this? Because there were clusters of these hairs flung against the back of the door on multiple walls, and I'm assuming after passes with the razor, fucking gross, right? What's worse is that the crawly little white mitts that had took up the residence, mites took up the residence.
It's a big difference.
Those little fuckers had the weirdest flavor.
Ugh.
Just kidding. They tasted fine. Just kidding. I didn't taste them. My ex-wife did. Just kidding. She said they taste like pubic lice. She would know. Just kidding.
She's a whore.
She never charged all those guys. What? Just kidding. Oh, not kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
He's just going down
your favorite illegitimate bastard stepson fake name.
That sounds like Edward Scissorhands was cutting this guy's beard.
Doing what a weird movie.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Fucking weird movie.
I haven't seen that movie since the 90s. I should watch it again.
Like that chick trying to get fucked by him. Do you remember that part? He's trying to seduce Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it being weird.
Cooking the bushes, the hair, and then all the shish kebabs in the waterbed.
It's just because he had scissors for hands. He was like,
I get the lesson. I get the lesson. There's always no matter how unique and crazy you think you might be, there's going to be a part for you in the world. So I get that. But what a weird fucking concept. Jesus Christ. That was Tim Burton, right?
Yeah.
Who else would it be?
Johnny Depp and Tim Burton, they're attached.
Okay, let's do one more email. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, it's your best friend. Love the pod. It's insane. Let's just get right into it.
Okay.
My friend who I mentioned in previous petty beef from a bunch of episodes ago about stupid texters.
Yes, I remember.
By the way, that made my whole day. Thank you. You're welcome. He always denied dead on.
Or played dead.
He always played dead and pretend like he was choking. You know, the normal guy stuff you do when you're 10. Mm-hmm. One time, we were all eating these taffy sort of things that my other friend always had in his room. Mm-hmm. We would eat a bunch of them at a time because we were that cool. Yeah. One time, he was choking. Was he thought?
Was he, though?
Was he, though? He said, he spelled it thought. Mm-hmm. You guys make my life a living hell. Yes, he really was, we thought. He was just playing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yes, he really was, but we thought he was just playing around. So we were laughing at him like, ha, 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 ha. Stop joking around. We get it. But he wasn't budging. We just thought he was good at fake choking. My other friend then looked at us like we were crazy, and then, I kid you not, kicked him in the stomach, and a glob of candy came flying out of his mouth. He started yelling at us like, "You were just going to let him die!" What do you say? He cried wolf.
He sure did.
Sorry for the long story, but I thought it was kind of funny. Love you all. Your fun son, John.
Oh, man. That is... Have you ever had a scary choky situation?
Well, our youngest, I remember he almost choked on a Dorito when he was really young. But
if there's one thing that's a tasty thing to...
way to go out.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a close call one time with steak because like with steak, I just get so excited to eat it, and I'm like dip it in mashed potatoes, and I'm chewing on it, and sometimes I won't even like finish chewing it because you're so excited and you swallow it. Yeah, because you want the next bite. And one time I did that, and it was like a really chewy one, and I didn't chew it enough, and it swallowed it, and it was like
you feel it.
I was like,
oh no,
this is it.
Yeah, right. I know.
I thought. Legitimately, like, this is it.
Did you get it down with some water? What'd you do?
No, it slowly. I just kind of did like down. Yeah, dude.
I know everybody knows that feeling.
It was terrifying.
Choking is so weird.
It's bizarre. Dude.
Like you have to eat, but you could die.
Yeah,
but if you don't do it right,
you don't do it right. Like anything else, if you don't, it's like. Anything else is like voluntary. If I don't do this right, I could die. But that's like you have to do it.
You have to do it. Yeah, breathing, eating. If you don't do it right, you're fucking dead, and it can totally kill you.
It's like, I need to change the wires in my bathroom. I don't have to do that, but I need to. If I do it wrong, I could die.
Yeah, this is chewing food.
Yeah,
and you just don't do it right because
something essential,
idiot.
Because you're too excited
to get that next chunk of meat down your throat.
That's the thing. Like back in the olden days.
Like, I'm curious. Where are we going?
We're going way back. Okay. Like just people eating like bread and water. Were they excited to eat, or were they just like, I gotta eat because my body needs it?
And even then, some of them choked and died.
Yeah,
that's the saddest part.
Because they were so hungry.
They didn't want to eat.
Yeah, they're just like, I have to eat. But us, it's like, oh my god, all this shit you could eat. Like I'll eat a whole handful of Skittles. And it just turns into a giant glob of candy. Yeah. Basically what this guy's talking about.
Yeah, okay, it feels like it's going to burn a hole in your stomach or your throat at any moment.
And it's just scratching your throat as it goes down.
Anyway. I had a choky with my mom. That sounds like a sex thing.
Yeah.
Me and my mom.
My mom gag.
Me and my mommy had a choky. What? We were at Pizza Factory.
Okay.
Not Pizza Factory here. Not the one that if you are aware of the Pizza Factory in Coeur d'Alene. Different one. Had one back home. And I'm sure I shared this the last time we talked about Pizza Factory because I think about it all the time. And I still give my mom shit for it. But we were eating it and their pizza just like kind of known for you take a bite and that whole top of the cheese is coming off into your chin. Like it's just going to like... The cheese isn't sticking to the bread, to the rest of the pizza. It's all, the whole slice is coming. So in this particular situation, that's what happened. I don't know. I was probably like 10, 11 in that area. And the whole cheese goes in my fucking throat. And I'm going, right? And my mom leans in. She goes, quit making a scene.
Like, knock it off. We're going home.
I'm going, like doing that.
Yeah.
Quit making a scene. And I'm like, and then luckily my stepdad, because like reached across the table and just go, puh, puh, and just go, this huge glob comes out. And I just look at my mom. And then she's like, just goes back to eating. Yeah. It's like,
It would've been
What
funny
if
if
the
she
last
would've-
thing you said to me? Stop making a scene.
You're being so dramatic.
Yeah, it's like you always do this.
This is why we don't go out anymore. Can you imagine her yelling at like you're?
We got the
like,
pizza one fucking time.
Him too. Like stop, knock it off.
He needs to learn his lesson. This is why we can't go out anymore. You're so
That's
mad.
so funny. There's so many people like that. Like my grandma would be one of those people. Like she's so concerned about what the neighbors think
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you could be out. You could be like fighting for your life, and it's like, dude, it's like
You're bleeding on their grass.
Yeah.
Is that a nice thing to do?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So good.
I'm so worried what they're gonna think. What are the neighbors gonna think?
All right, let's wrap it up. Show 44.
That was fun.
Yeah, I had fun today.
Yep. I didn't think I was going to, but it turns out.
At the beginning, I was like, I'm excited, but am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to sign up and support us, please do. It's amazing. It makes us happy. It allows the show to keep going. Plus, you get the bonus
We
content.
want to keep the show going.
Yes. Bonus content on the back end of every single episode, plus additional perks. Go check it out. Perks. Go check
you
it
said
out.
perch.
I did.
Like fish.
I did. Or like for a goose to sit on.
Yes.
Patreon.com
Oh, yeah.
/ Can You Don't Podcast. Find a link in the episode description.
There's one.
What?
Fish is a perch, and it's a thing that you can stand on.
Right.
Fuck that. And you can
Fuck you.
purchase something.
We're on the socials. We're on YouTube. Send in something on the show. Petty Beef. We got to get some more of those rolling in. Hey, guys, at canyoudontpodcast.com. Thanks to the babysitters that run our Facebook page. Blah, blah, blah. Rate it and review us everywhere. Here we go. I feel like we did a pretty good job.
That was pretty solid.
I have something for you to think about.
Okay.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
Ready? Making a typo in an online argument is the equivalent of having your voice crack in a real life argument. Dude, that's pretty bad. And not so much anymore. I'm not talking nearly as much as I was at one point, but it happened. It happens to me all the time. I'm like, and then I just have to move on. I just pretend like it didn't happen.
It's funny when you're with a group of people and you're like, oh, we should have.
And they're like, oh,
Yeah. Oh,
especially
going through puberty again?
especially guys.
Oh, yeah.
But is there anything? Okay, both sides of it. You're in an online argument. You and I are fighting about something, and we're going back and forth. And then you use the wrong form of your or their.
You're stupid.
And it's like, yes,
it's like you're wrong.
Like I just snapped my. You just teed it up. You dumb fuck. But yeah, any sort of typo. You what?
Somebody. I thought you were going to say.
Somebody once told me the word. But yeah, I just thought that was a pretty funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I do love that. Like someone's complaining about something and they're like, "You're such an idiot." And it's
I seen it. I mean, that's what I'm like. I'm like, did you seen it? Bet you did. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure you seen it?
You sure you seen it? All right, kids, we love you. Gooses. We'll honk with you in just a sec.
Bye.